inspires me? Well, music inspires me. People inspire me. The deepest thing that inspires me, however, is probably just the pleasure of thinking and sort of connecting to the history of thought and the history of people who think in various ways. I was about to get my graduate degree in philosophy when I was hooked by theater.
Do you know who I am? I am Punchinello! Punchinello!
I listen to a lot of music, but it's in the playing of it that I really find my inspiration, because it's when you're really in the groove of playing music, you're not anywhere else. You're completely there. You're at that moment in time, and you're feeling your if it's singing, you're feeling your lungs and the vibration of your vocal cords and the resonance of your head and like all of that kind of stuff, and it just makes your body tingle. Often, since this is my office, I sit here and sit at one of these computers, and they drive you crazy after a while, you know. And it's often the case, especially if I'm here alone and there aren't other people in the office with me, that I just suddenly stop and go over to my keyboard, sit down, and just make a lot of noise for a while. Music is tremendously energizing for me. I am a musician, and I'm lots of things. I'm just who I am. Life is full of meaning. And how does life get that meaning? It gets it mostly through stories. And another one of my heroes and inspirations is Thomas King. He says, the truth about stories is that that's what we are. That's all we are, is stories. And so be careful what stories you tell, because once you tell the story, you can't bring it back. When I was younger, I had sort of a fairly insatiable curiosity that just kept pulling me along. I went to 18 different schools in 12 years. And so that gave me, I think, a chance to just be curious about the world. The thing that I'm curious about now that I wasn't curious about much in the past, and this has grown over the last probably 5 or 10 years, is poetry. I'm enjoying poetry now, and I really didn't when I was young. We're in grave financial crisis in the world. There's a much bigger crisis looming. The ecological disaster that's upon us is I think so many times more important an issue than this current financial crisis, that I guess one of the first things I would say is to start listening to what really hard science has to say. And listen and listen and listen and listen and soak it in, because that's the only way we're going to be able to react in a coherent way to what I think is coming down the tubes at us. What can we do that really celebrates our humanity, our human nature? Because it's when we combine our real deep humanity with the real understanding of what's happening that we'll be able to actually walk into the future and do something that at least makes sense and helps as many of us around us as we can.
I danced in the morning when the world was begun. I danced in the stars and the moon and the sun. I came down from heaven and I danced on the earth. In a whirling wind I had my birth. Oh, dance, dance, wherever you may be.